Hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Frances Avis and I work within the public engagement team at NHS Dorset Clinical Commissioning Group. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to share with you a couple of highlights of the work that we're currently doing with people and communities in Dorset. Our approach in Dorset to public engagement's got a really strong focus on working in partnership with people, with communities and with the voluntary sector. Everyone agrees that strong engagement in communications is crucially important so that we achieve the best outcomes with and for our local communities. We recently received national guidance, including the 10 principles that you can see here, and we're delighted that these are in line with our way of working. They have a really strong emphasis on putting people at the centre of decision making, of understanding communities' needs, experiences and aspirations, of working more closely with those furthest from healthcare and areas of diversity and inequality, and working closely with our local Health Watch and our wonderful voluntary and community sector. Importantly, these principles have been developed by and with people and communities across integrated care systems across the country. In Dorset, across health, local authorities and the community and voluntary sector, we've been talking to and listening to local people and communities and other stakeholders for many years. For the first time recently, we've looked at these works together as a system, and we've done two things. Firstly, we're developing a conversational map, as you can see here, to show people how we've been listening with a You Said We Did focus, showing how their views have been used to inform services. We want people to know they can join an ongoing conversation. And secondly, we've had 20 engagement projects from across health, local authorities, Health Watch and the voluntary and community sector independently analysed to identify themes around partnership working, inequalities, digital access and inclusion, and also how people want to work in partnership with us. We're also focusing on those that we aren't reaching so that our future approaches can be more inclusive. Across the country, each area has been asked to develop a strategic approach for working with people and communities. In Dorset, in response to what people have been telling us is important in terms of working with them, we're focusing on 5 key areas. As you can see here, working with Health Watch, working with the community and voluntary sector, working with local people to tackle health inequalities, involvement in co-production throughout, and involving people at all levels. These 5 areas, we believe, will underpin our ability to build an existing work within people and communities across Dorset and also with our partner organisations. The 10 principles will be the centre of everything that we do, and also really importantly there'll be a golden thread of communications that runs throughout. Strengthening relationships, developing partnerships and listening all underpin meaningful engagement with people and communities. And I just wanted to share with you 2 exciting pieces of work that we're supporting currently. These will be central to our approach going forward. As many of you know, our 7,000 plus voluntary and community sector in Dorset is extensive, experienced, productive, supportive, and plays a crucial role in supporting health and well-being across the county and helping to improve health outcomes. We're working as part of a national development programme to co-design an alliance or an assembly to provide a voice and influence at all stages and at all levels, whether strategic, place or neighbourhood. And secondly, we're delighted that we've been selected as one of 8 ICSs across the country to be part of a programme that's supporting the development of citizens' panels. A lot of work's been done on this by local authorities across the country, and some CCGs have also done work in this area, but we've applied to develop a system-wide panel with a strong focus on inequalities and reaching those furthest from healthcare. We want to collectively listen to local people and avoid duplication, and together use those insights to inform service provision. Towards the end of last year, I went to a really fantastic meeting with about 100 plus people from across the country who are working with people and communities in engagement, participation, involvement, etc. And the conference was called It Starts With People. Well, it made me think of this diagram, as you can see here, which actually was designed by our Dorset Public Engagement Group. It starts with the person. This was designed a couple of years ago, but it's more relevant than ever today, and they're currently co-designing it and updating it to be truly person-focused rather than system-focused. maintaining the strong message of putting local people at the centre. It strikes me that by giving due consideration to what people and communities have been telling us, by working in line with the strong principles, by working in partnership with the NHS, local authorities and importantly the voluntary and community sector, by developing accessible ways for people to get involved, by listening, by taking time to further develop our relationships and trust, by starting with the person. We have really great ingredients in Dorset to build on existing relationships, structures and opportunities and co-create a really great approach to working with our people and communities. So currently we're co-creating the narrative for each of these important sections with local stakeholders. Our approach will evolve as the Integrated Care Board, the Integrated Care System and the Integrated Care Partnership are established, as our partnerships strengthen, as our relationships grow. The work I've described today is for the Integrated Care Board, but it will have a really strong focus on supporting work across the system, building on fantastic work that's already happening across health, local councils and the community and voluntary sector. Brilliant projects like the Vibrant Communities, the Strengthening Neighbourhoods, asset-based community approaches, working with and involving local people, local communities. It's a really exciting time and thank you for listening to me today.